coming. I'm extremely excited about today. Some of you are going to play for the first time today. You've never played in a setting like anything like this before, and you've been asking me what a masterclass is. For those of you who haven't had a masterclass, who don't know what it is, it's when we invite someone absolutely extraordinarily incredible to come and give a class in front of each other, so that you can not only learn from what you're being told personally, but you can pick up things from what are being said to other people. And it's really, really, really important that you all stay for everyone's class. That's why it's compulsory. So you're all here to support each other and to learn as much as you can. Mikhail, this is Mikhail. Say hello, Mikhail.
Hello.
Mikhail is in a string quartet called the London Haydn Quartet, which is one of the most important string quartets that we have on the little globe today. It's absolutely incredible. He's played all over the world in all of the most important concert halls. He's recorded hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of quartets. He's taught in, that's literally,
thousands.
In thousands of quartets. He has, he's taught in all of the major conservatoires across the world, like Juilliard, and all of the major music colleges. He's got so much experience, not just in performing, but in preparing, in nerves, in every single aspect to do with string quartet playing, and also just being a musician. So I'm sure he'd be very, very happy to answer any questions that you have. Some of you are, I know that you're all busy, and I know that you've all got things to do, but it's not often that you get an opportunity like this. Even for people that don't want to end up being musicians, attending something like this makes you a more interesting person. It doesn't mean that you have to be a violinist or a viola player or a cellist, but it does mean that any opportunity which is put in front of you, you have to delve into it as deep as you can to make yourself more interesting, and it'll just make you a better person, basically, from being in this room at this time. I'm super excited. So please welcome Mikhail Gurvich.
Okay. Because of what Miss Coward?
I don't know what anyone calls me. I have no idea. What do you call me?
Sorry.
Oh, right.
Because of what Miss Coward just said, just so I don't have to shout, and because you might want to hear maybe what I have to say. If you're sitting in the back, do you want to come and sit a little bit closer to the front? If you're not playing, you can put your instruments down and just, come and sit a little closer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, what is it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, today, I don't know what to say. We're the Oriental Quartet, and today we'll be playing the first movement, 40th Symphony from Mozart. And I play.
Yeah, we can work on that, but that's fine. Well done.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. That's really great. Sorry for talking. Say again?
When I repeated, I think I did something wrong.
Oh, that's awesome. You said those two bars and got that. Yeah, but then you have to wait for the down the job. Anyway, really, really good. Look, you know, playing music is all about storytelling. Yeah? So, how we decide what to do with our instruments, it has to revolve around an idea that you have for the character, for the phrasing. Yeah? So at the moment, I hear some things you're doing, you're playing loud, you're playing quiet, that's already great. So this is an arrangement of a symphony. So in a symphony, there's many, many more instruments that Mozart has to play with to make that difference. So you're already doing really quite a good job with that. But then there's some other things that we could do with our bows especially, to make the characters a little bit different. Now, if you look at the pages, the notes on your page, you only have a few different types of note lengths, right? Do you say quavers, eighth notes, crotchets, what do you say?
Quavers, crotchets, okay?
You have mostly like quavers and crotchets on your page, right?
Yes.
Almost all the time. Occasionally you have a minimum. Yeah? So then we have to decide how are we going to play those differently. So at the moment I hear, for example, that a lot of the quavers all the way through sound a little bit the same, but the music isn't the same from the beginning to the end, right? Now I can tell from the way that you were starting this that you have an idea about what the character is in the beginning. And what sort of character do you think it might be? So,
Playful?
the beginning. Playful? Not so sure about that. G minor. G minor is the key to the piece, right? So G minor, like, first of all, I just already gave it away, but it's major or minor? It's minor. So minor tends to be, shall we say, a negative emotion, yeah? So the feeling of it is definitely not, you know, if we're going for happy sad, it's definitely on the sad side, yeah? What else? What else do you think this tune? Any kind of character that comes to mind for that?
It's like going up and down.
Yes, it does go up and down, that's true. You're describing a melody, that's right, they're absolutely right about that. What about the character? What kind of, is it angry? Is it sad? Is it upset? Is it calm, or is it
Like a bit upset.
a bit upset? Yeah, I would say so. Is it an energetic kind of upset? Is it anguished, or is it sort of like resigned? What do you think?
Anguished.
Angry, yeah, anguish is good. I like anguish. I mean, I gave the word, but I do think that G minor tends to be kind of a passionate kind of minor key, yeah? So it says allegro moto at the beginning as well. It doesn't matter what tempo you play it in, but that is a clue from Mozart. Yeah, allegro moto means like quite lively, yeah, very lively. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what the speed is, but what matters is what the character is. So what I was already working for the beginning, for example, if I demonstrate that, is put the squares in the beginning, just the two in between them. Can the three of you play together just a bit? What if you use very, very little bow, and if all the notes sounded very even? Yeah, so I'm using about 1 centimeter bow. Can the three of us play together? Yeah, really good, really good. I'm hearing a little bit. And that bouncy feeling makes it sound a little bit like you said. Yeah, it sounds a bit jolly, but actually something much sillier. Yeah? So the thing about this writing in the beginning, yeah, what you have here, is you are the three of you basically playing a G minor chord. It's just a harmony, and it happens to have these eighth notes and that rhythm. But the rhythm is not like something that's really strong and heavy. It's just a texture. Yeah? Do you know what I mean by that? It's like a feeling underneath in the music, but it's not something that you have to demonstrate very soon. So can we try one more time, the three of us? Keep right. start from the beginning once I'm go from the top. Now, your melody. Yeah. What do you think of these? What do you think of these first three things in the beginning? Yeah. What does that sound like?
Like a little bit sad.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you do that? You can maybe with your bow put a little bit of emphasis on the first note of each. Yeah, something like that. Can we try from the beginning of one together? Yeah, everyone. Yeah. You have long notes, so sustained. You have really in the string with the long notes, yeah. One time at the beginning. How do you feel? How do you count this inside? When you're playing this piece?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Like every eighth note. You count every quaver or every crotchet. Do you count 1, 2, 3, 4? Or do you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
I count crochet.
Every crochet. So when you lead it, can you make the movement together with me? Again. Yeah. So if you do like that, that's clear because then everybody else. But if your movement is too quick, then it's really hard to know. Yeah? So, one time, you and me? Yeah, everyone together? Good, again. He gave such a fantastic lead, but you do have to go with him. Yeah? The whole trajectory of his bow together with him. Yeah? you're listening to them, yeah? What do you feel happens there? Do you feel anything in particular?
It feels like a little bit calmer.
Feels calmer, yeah. I would agree with that. I think in a way that you guys are, it feels like you're slowing down sometimes a little bit also. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean by calmer?
Yeah.
Can you keep going? Maybe. Like, it feels like these eighth notes, yeah, they become a little bit slower and slower, and it's making him play slower and slower, but he doesn't really want to do that necessarily. So be sure that when you've got a real long run of it from bar 22 onwards, yeah, that it doesn't slow down. Okay? Then, the changes here. Can we start from bar, first of all, can I ask, bar 14, 15, bar 16, 17, and 18? What do we have?
Which one?
Can you play your part, 16, 17, 18? Just first bar. Yes, we have 3 times the same thing, and then twice as fast, right? 2, 3, and then it's faster. The same notes. Yeah, everybody has the same thing. You have it also, yeah? Is that right? So if you do something several times in a row, then you have an opportunity to do something with that. When you say something and you say the same things 3 times, then why would you say something 3 times in a row?
Make sure you can remember.
Yes, that's absolutely true. But if you're telling someone something 3 times, why would you say something 3 times in a row? Yeah, you might maybe because you think it's really important. Yeah, like I think it's really important. No, I think it's really important. It's really important. Yeah. So if you say something over and over again in language, yeah, you're emphasizing things more and more. So in music, it's exactly the same. You can't then say it 3 times in the same intonation. It sounds like it's unnecessary. So you could play the first one strong, because there's a forte there. But you could play the second one even stronger, and the third one maybe even stronger than that. Yeah. So what can you do with your bow, for example, to help with that? What if you went back to the heel? Is that possible? Can everyone play from the middle of bar 14, 15, 16 together? Middle of bar 16. Let's start one time. So this is going to be from the middle of that bar. So it's then more and the most. Everyone together with me? Press that. 1, 2, 1. Yeah, for example. Yeah. Does that work? You could do the same lines also. I think the down up is probably better. It doesn't have to be, but as long as you're doing that. Yeah? Then going on as far as how much time we got?
Like 4 minutes? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, can't remember.
So 21. Then here, bar 24, 25. What happened to the music?
It changed tone and the overall.
It changed, what's that?
It changed like the style.
Yeah. What about it? What happened to the character? What do you notice?
It seems like more confused.
More what?
Confused.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that. You remember what it was in the beginning? It's all quite sad, yeah? What is that? You don't have to know the chord is. Major or minor? Major, yeah, we'll come to the relative major. Okay, but you don't have to know this major. But doesn't it sound a little bit happier? Yeah? So the first time, very good. The first time we play the complete tune, it ends in minor, it's sad. Second time we try to play this tune, it ends in the major, yeah? So it's a happier thing. and then we go into this strong loud thing, right? So what can you guys do in bar 24, 25 to help with that difference? So remember in the beginning we had very little bar, trying to sound English, trying to sound minor. So how do you make a sound that sounds less English?
1 more minute.
Maybe.
How about you? You're the one playing it. What would you do?
Like less staccato, like longer bow.
Longer bow, yeah. Because longer bow, what will happen is it will sound a little bit lighter. Yeah? If you're speaking to someone, yeah, and you're really annoyed about something, yeah? I've got so much homework. Yeah, you're talking like this. Yeah, your voice is quite intense. Yeah. Oh, I've got so much homework to do. It's terrible. I can't believe I have so much work. But if you're something like, oh, I had a really nice day at school today. Oh, see what happens to my book? Oh, it's really nice. Oh. Yeah. So you speak lighter when you have something nice to say. You speak more densely when you have something bad to say. So, and then, memory, alright. Here. Can we go, everyone, this is the last thing we'll do, just from bar 20, from this bar. This is upbeat to 21. He'll play the last two notes of 20. Yeah, that's fine. Yes. Can I play once? Just once? Same place? Not too slow.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to just take an A and then use your A's?
Oh, music. Cue. Do I have to say it?
You have to say this. You always have to say it. Oh, it's okay, you said that. Yesterday. I mean, Friday. 4 days ago.
But is there a change pitch? Oh,
Just come like in the front.
Are you walking? Just
Good afternoon. We are the Four Musketeers, and today we'll be playing Shine You No More by the Danish String Quartet.
Thank you.
together and a great sound, but lots of energy and yeah, sounds absolutely fantastic. So can I like texture it? Yeah, if you look at the music, it's quite. There's one thing that's always happening. Yeah, what's that? Yeah, well, there's always these fast notes going on. Yeah. So then we have to ask ourselves, when the texture of the music is so similar from the beginning to the end, then how do we narrate? How do you talk? Yeah? So what I mean by that is, how do we do phrasing? So what do I mean by what would you say? What is phrasing?
So it should be the same the whole time. It should have like, it should be going somewhere. It should have like,
for example, yeah. But when you don't have, like if you speak, yeah, because music has the same, so many of the same tools and rules of rhetoric, you know, rhetoric like the art of persuasion or the art of speaking, as language does, yeah. So if you're trying to make a phrase with language, yeah, then you have all sorts of things that you can do. You can, you can speak faster towards a part of the sentence and then slow down away from that part, yeah. But what is the main part of phrasing? What is the point of phrasing? Why phrase? Like, it's a very silly question, maybe, but what is it that you're trying to do with phrasing?
Makes it more interesting.
Yeah, but when you're phrasing in a sentence, if I say something's really monotonously, then it's not very clear what I'm talking about, yeah? But if I do phrasing in a sentence, then what I'm trying to convey is the thing about the sentence that's the most important, yeah? So it's about framing content, yeah? Where do you emphasize things? Now, back to this piece, yeah? So if you're trying to make emphasis in something like this, it's much more difficult because you can't really do that much slowing down or speeding up, yeah? The texture of the music stays the same, so it's much harder to do things like that. So what tools do you have at your disposal to make phrasing?
Stand on the stage.
Sorry.
Dynamics.
Tell me.
Dynamics.
Say again?
Dynamics.
Dynamics, absolutely, yeah. Dynamics, okay, there's dynamics on a broad scale, yeah. When you're doing dynamics, like on the broadest scale, you're doing already dynamics really well, the ones that are written on the page. But there's also dynamics on a smaller scale, yeah. So dynamics in the sense of a phrase. So for example, for you might, in music, like the most basic thing you can do, the easiest thing, is to maybe, and this is not universally true, but you can go louder when the music goes up, you can go quieter when the music goes down. It's a very cheap and easy trick, but it works, yeah? But that's definitely one thing you could do. So you start maybe quite strong because you're going down. I'm not going to go to the side with this slower. Yeah, so it starts high, this could be loud. Likely a little bit less, and you can come back up. So, and strong again, yeah? So, yeah? But, so how are you going to do that with your bow, for example?
Shorter bow lengths, closer to the fingerboard.
All that stuff, absolutely, yeah. The three rules, the three things that decide what kind of sound comes out of your violin is bow speed, contact point, and weight, yeah? So those are things you can play around with. Also matters a little bit what string you're playing on. But if you start at the beginning bit, the easiest one, again, especially in something like this, the easiest way to make a big sound is to use lots of bow. Yeah? And then use less bow on the A string and the D string, for example. Can you just start at the beginning? Very good, that's already much better. Now, what else can you do in something like this to show things that you think are important? No, you're giving it more shape now, that's great. Okay, so the thing we were talking about earlier is talking about emphasizing things that are important. So emphasizing, if I say emphasizing, if I say the word emphasize, yeah? Can you do that with your bow as well? Something like that? What did I do?
You just extended the...
Just by like this much, yeah? But something like that, for example, yeah, that's another thing you can do. Now before we, that's going to be great, I really trust it. So that's nice. And then you join in. So what did you hear approximately what he did? So the shape of the phrase here, that's going to be a little bit different, yeah? So how long are the phrase lengths?
4 bars?
8 bars?
8 bars, yeah. It consists of 2 parts of 4 bars, yeah? So that's why there's a repeat. This ends on a question, and that ends on an answer, yeah? So that's a very normal phrasing word, like phrasing structure. Yeah, 4 bars that go up and 4 bars that come down, sort of thing. Yeah. Then that's going to be a very similar structure here when you join in. So you can, without me saying anything, can you just go one more time from the beginning and only play once so that we can go on.
So no repeat.
So. Say again?
No repeat.
No repeat, just say again? You join, yeah, just let them play 8 bars and then join in. Okay? We'll go from bar 9. Yeah, you could lead me more. Try to do some more stuff.
Okay.
So just really listen to what kind of shapes he does with dynamics and try to join in on that. Okay? Before we go on to that, can we go from A? And can we play just everyone except Zaya? Zaya, is it? Okay. Just the 3 of them. Play your part? Okay. Sorry to make you play by yourself. Does her part sound less important than your part?
Yeah, it's
You
like
think so?
harmony.
Oh, what? So her part is less important because it's.
It's like the harmony to mine.
So you think you have the melody?
No, but
Then how is her part more harmony than your part? Wouldn't you say that the 3 of you have, all 3 of you are making the harmony together, that you're playing a chord between you? Yeah, so the answer is, all your parts are equally important. Yeah? His part is the most important, so that and he's going to be heard, that's fine. Yeah, but the 3 of you, you all have mezzo piano in your part. But it should sound basically about the same. So how are we going to do that? What was the easiest fix?
a little quieter.
Well, yeah, you could go a little quieter, but like, what do we pay attention to with each other? Like, how do you try to make a nice harmony, nice chord like that together? You all move in the same note values, right? You all have crotchets. Yes.
Both speed.
Bow speed. Thank you. answer to virtually any question to do with ensemble playing, balance, yeah, sound production, anything. If you're trying to do the same thing, just look at how fast the other person is using the bow. Okay? So how about, just as an idea, Lily. What's your name? Amy, sorry, Amy. Lily Joy. Amy, what about Amy gets to decide, just for once, how fast the bow moves, and the three of you all play that together. From A. Okay, so what would be really good, that was already much better. So try to keep the tempo inside, yeah, before you start, just think. Just have Zion's art in your head. And then when you start, generally what's the idea is the same bow. Let me tell you something else. If you run out of bow, just turn around and go the other way. Yeah? But don't try to use suddenly really lots of bow to get to the part of the bow. It doesn't matter. Yeah? So, the main thing that matters is how fast the bow is moving. Not where, when you're playing something like that, it doesn't matter if you're somewhere else in the bow where you don't want to be. Okay? The three of you one more time. Towards the end, you're using a whole bow on every note. So then keep the same bow speed at the end, okay? You don't, if you're playing, you have like one note to, yeah, if you have one note to the bow written, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you have to use the whole bow. Again, the most important thing is that you're matching bow speeds, okay? One more time. Last time. Now, everyone together from A. And just play from A and do the repeats and see how it goes.
Yes.
So you saw about these. You know, it's really helpful if you're trying to start something together with other people. Yeah, what's really helpful is to give them the trajectory of your upbeat. You know what I mean? Because if you do that and it goes really in the string, it's really hard to know when it goes going to start moving. But if it's here, and you go, yeah. So don't lead with your violin. You lead here. Does that make sense? So violin is a table. Yeah. This is your pen. Not. Yeah, because if you move your violin, then it becomes a moving target, and then they can't tell when the two are going to meet. Okay? So just a little. Okay, from A for the second time. A for the second time. beginning, bar 9, I would say that your part's quite important there. But here, when it comes back this time, which bar is this? It's after A is the 9th bar. Suddenly, there's something else happening. What's happening? Have you noticed that?
Lily has, the viola has a solo.
Yes! The viola solo. One of the great moments of all music. Yeah? So you can probably play that quite well. Where is that? Yeah, she even has mezzo forte written. Isn't that the loudest dynamic so far in the piece, except for, I mean, the beginning, it could be either way, right? I mean, you're choosing to play quite big, that's fine. It could all be quiet, you know, in the beginning. It's not necessarily possible. Can I play your part once? Just because I have a viola as well. Directly from that bar? So yeah?
Oh.
Ah?
Okay, okay.
See that? Can I leave it once because I have the tune? That's good. You know, did you hear what I was doing? Okay. Then there's one thing about ensemble playing in general. The person who has the shortest notes isn't the boss of how it goes. Yeah? The boss of how it goes is the person who's playing the tune. Okay, so generally in ensemble playing, there's the person who's playing the tune, and they're always in the right place, and everybody else is responsible to be with that person. So, having said that, one more time, and then you get to the break. Yeah, you're catching up, but you're a little bit behind. Can you give it a go? And then we'll go from there and then go on for a little bit. Yeah. It was subtle, but it was really good. Yeah, it was really good. So if she's playing this lively, then you
How's this little music guys?
What's in that?
Is it bonshot? It says dim sum. It's like the white.
very beautiful, really great, super flashy playing.
I have to listen.
The fellow quartet also
Is that because of my name? What do you guys? Okay, so I
No, this don't pack up guys, we just don't have time. Okay! Laura, can you practice another thing again?
Good afternoon, we are Quartet Master Quartet. Today we'll be playing the first movement of Kleine Nachtmusik by Mozart.
Hang on, can you just wait? Go sit. Come up to the front, and sit in front.
That's not really how music works. Yeah? Because the pace of the music is decided by the narrator. Yeah, it's decided by the main voice. The main voice, almost all the time, is in the first violin here. But I'm getting so much, especially from the when there's so many 16th notes or semiquavers or quavers, yeah, they sometimes get a little bit stuck. And also maybe sometimes they're a little bit loud and a bit too articulate. Yeah? So all those things together make it really, really difficult for Laura, right, to stay in charge. And it feels a little bit like she's forced to follow you guys. But how about you follow her instead, yeah? So it does mean that you have to really, really show them how you think it goes, okay? Can we just start this very beginning? Yeah? The great thing about the beginning is that we all have it together, and that's wonderful. So we have 2 bars going up, 2 bars coming down. Yeah? But both those 2-bar gestures, yeah, they both end on Ds, which means that the D is the dominant here. Yeah? So they're both questioning. Question. Still question. Squeak. Yeah? And then bar 5 is an answer to bar 4. Yeah? That G major chord is then an answer. So can we just try to play these first 4 bars together? All 5 of us will play together with you. Before, just for the violins in this chord, yeah? Can we just, the 3 of us play just the downbeat chord of bar 1? I'll lead it. You don't have to look at the music. Look at me. There you go. Yeah, so a 3-note chord. You don't have to try to play all 3 notes at the same time. But if you see that? You can start on the D and then roll towards the E string. Try that one more time? All 3 of us? 1 and great, yeah? Really good. One more time? 1 and yeah. The other thing is that if you look at, I'll just demonstrate it once. You don't have to get all the way to the tip. Yeah, you could take your bow off, and then you're here for in the lower half of the bow, yeah? Rather than, that's not a very nice place to play. Okay? So, everyone together from the beginning. Laura, would you do this? Just like I have. 1 and yeah. So one more time. 1 and great. And then can we play just 3 notes in total? 1 and but I was here. Yeah. At the heel. Can you get back to the heel? You know, is heel okay? Everybody knows what I mean by heel. Again. So the difficult thing is to come back here. Just Laura, just you and me. Those 3 notes. That's good. That's good. That's really good. One more time. 1 and very good. Everyone together. Just 3 notes. 1 and great. Now we're going to do, after that note, we're going to do exactly the same thing. So let's play the first 2 bars. 1 and great, great. Now can I? So that last note, what did I say earlier? Is a D. Yeah, it's a dominant. So it's a question gesture. D, da, T, da, 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 T. Now, when you ask a question in language, yeah, what do you do with the intonation of our voice? What happens when you ask someone? What do you do with the sentence? With your voice? Ask me a question.
What's your name?
It didn't sound like you actually cared what my name was. Can you ask me what my name is if you care what my name is?
What's your name?
You might actually ask, what's your name? Doesn't that sound like how people ask questions? I don't know, maybe I'm really weird. What's your name? What piece are we playing? Yeah? There's something about the intonation of that sentence that it goes up at the end, yeah? Because what does a question do? A question creates expectation, right? Ti-ta-ta-ta-ta. You're waiting for an answer, right? So you're throwing something up in the air, and then you're waiting for somebody else to do something else with it, yeah? Give an answer. So in this case, so here. Yeah? So that note is a little bit longer, and you don't go on straight away to the next note. Yeah? Yeah? Does that make sense? Does that make sense as well? You have to, when you play a piece of music, yeah, how do you decide even how to practice it if you don't have an idea in your head of exactly how you think it goes? And what does it mean to ask yourself how you think a piece of music goes? It's all about what the phrases are, yeah? Like how do you want to play the notes? Do you want to play them longer or shorter, yeah? Those are questions that you have to ask yourself when you're playing this kind of music. When you're playing chamber music together, especially quartets, and you're playing a piece like this where the four of you have exactly the same thing at the beginning, you should have a really strong idea about how you might want it to sound so that you can come together and have a discussion about it. Because otherwise it sort of falls in the middle of the road. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's the same as like deciding how that sort of a thing goes in music is the same as, you know, you're narrating to your audience, right? You're speaking to your fellow students. If you have to say something, like for example, you said, you know, you introduced yourself. Like, we're going to be playing this piece by Mozart, yeah? And you have to think a little about how you're going to say it, because it makes a difference, doesn't it? No? Okay, great. Let's try it one time from the beginning, everyone together. Join you. Yeah, okay. So we have a phrase going up and a phrase coming down. Yeah? And even though they both end on dominance, we were saying earlier, what did I say to Zaya? We were talking about phrasing. Okay, I said to him, a very easy and cheap and effective way of doing phrasing is that when music goes up, you can get a little bit stronger. When music goes down, you can get a little bit weaker. Yeah? So, could be the strongest note. Could be the weakest note. Can we try that all together? So, sorry, I'm playing constantly faster than your tempo. So, that sort of tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Yeah, I'll do the ones without me. That's good. The phrasing was already much clearer. Then, wait just a little, leave that on, wait just a little bit longer before we start. For this first note, can you without fingers once? Can you just do a circle for me like that? Just you. So in this. So you want to play that here. Much closer to the bridge. That's it. It's much better. Again. Now with fingers. Very good. Look at what I'm doing here. Yeah. So it's not. I don't throw it too hard. But it does come around. See that? Try. Good. Much nicer. Don't you think? I think so. Okay. From the beginning, everyone together, and then go on. So before we add the first violin part, can the three of you play from bar 5, please? Second violin and the cello. Bar 5. Okay. Do you remember we were talking earlier about leading again? With your bow? Can I get that again? Okay, good. So before you start, especially if you're the one giving the lead, have an idea in your head about how fast you want it to go. Yeah? Because otherwise you just gave a lead and then you didn't play at the same speed as you left. Yeah? So something like this, if I can play her part. Play with me. With me. Yeah? Yeah, very good. Yeah? Your turn. Now, out of the three of you, who do you think has the most interesting part? Yeah? Everybody's pointing, it's rude. You can say the other part. Yeah? Why is the other part the most interesting part? What made you say that? You all pointed at her. What made you point at her?
Because other people are only singing favorites.
You're the only one that's singing praise. Something made you point at her. I always wonder what it is.
The more notes.
Say again?
The more notes.
She has a moving part, more different notes. Yeah? You only play one note. You play two notes and then two other, and then one changing note. But she actually has moving parts. Yeah? So maybe, if somebody else has a more interesting part, we do some balancing. So maybe that could be second violin, that could be a little bit less. Yeah? And maybe you could be not so long. Can you try your articulation? Yeah, very good. That's really nice articulation. That's nice. That's not too bitey, but it has energy and it sounds resonant. Yeah, try one time. Okay, just second violin and cello. 4, 5. Okay, so you have to play together. Play together. So 1 yeah, you're drifting apart a little bit, so keep your ears between each other. Yeah. So when you can play a little bit, she has that very nice articulation on her eighth note, so you can be a little bit stronger. Yeah, a little more spiky maybe. Okay. Now, can I play your part? Once you can say something. So bar 5, and I'm going to play, and I'm not going to listen to you. Okay. So you have to be with me. Can we try that once? This is bar 5. One note not together. You hear that one note not together, then you either get faster or you get slower, but you have to be with the person playing the chin. In this case, me. Good morning. One more time. Bar 5. Lovely. Okay. Now, did you hear something about the phrasing here? What I did was, that's a strong harmony. Can you hear it? Weak. Strong. So distance, is just 5 ones, dominants and tonics, yeah? It doesn't really matter, but you can hear that also, yeah? They're called dominants and tonics, but you can hear that it's something that's strong and then something that's weak, something that asks and resolves, yeah? So. Then you have your choice. You can play that when you're quiet, you can do louder, whatever you want. Yeah? Everyone together from the beginning? Or one? It is a question. Yeah, right? So questions end with a long thing at the end. Yeah? Right? So the same thing here. Up. Yeah? And then you can do a retake there. Start something new because you're about to give an answer. Yeah? Yeah, can we go from bar 7, 8, 9, bar 9. Everyone together from bar 9? 9. Bar 9. Try again. That's fine. So, what's the difficulty?
Oh, no, I just can't finish.
Well, of course you can. How about look at this thing? So play everything in first position until you get to that thing.
I played it like that, but then I couldn't. I like prefer this one.
Do this one. It's better. Because you're doing all sorts of things in the second position, it's much harder. Try once. You know what I mean? Okay, you can practice that by yourself. But can we just start playing again from bar 9?
With the same finger.
If you play whatever you think is going to work, okay? She's going to decide. She's the boss. She's the boss. She's going to decide when the next note starts. Yeah? If you're early with your range. Can I play once? I'm going to play once. So, bar 9. With me? So, you know, playing together with somebody else in chamber music when there's no conductor, yeah? How do you know when to play with someone?
Anyone can answer.
How do you know when to play with someone in chamber music when you're playing together? What do you do? Well, you can look at them for sure, yeah. But, you know,
Do you follow the person in the shortest notes?
No.
Follow the person with the melody.
Yes, but what does it mean to actually follow someone? What is? Yeah, but so for example, we have this moment just here, yeah, and it's really hard that there's a stop in the music.
You follow it down.
Yes, but what does it mean when you're playing an instrument, a string instrument like a violin or a viola or cello, and somebody else is going like that? What do you do? That's a good idea. And that's a good idea. You could copy the gesture. Yeah, you could try to do exactly the same thing that they're doing. Right? Laura, you would go, and then maybe she can do the same thing. But you have to give her something. Because she has to be able to understand where you want to play the note. Okay? So that's really good. Yeah, you could copy the gesture, but it does mean that if you're the person following, that you have to join the other person as well, yeah? So you have to play together with them. At the moment, you're waiting with her go on the string, and then sort of just starting, but not really together. Can we try that one more time from bar 9? And you can do this one. You can do it. Faithfully. You're going to sound great. Yeah, well, you're laughing, but that was completely together. I mean, that was the most together it's been so far today, or whatever. Yeah? Okay? And you can take as much time as you want, but that needs to happen. Yeah? You need to help each other to be together. Yeah? One more time, same thing. Cheerful, yeah, well, it's big, right? These arpeggios sounds like trumpets, doesn't it? It's very proud and sort of shoulders back and, yeah, loud. And this one. It's, how does it compare to the beginning? Is it slower? I mean, the notes are a little bit longer, yeah?
It's like a bit more elegant.
It's more elegant? Yeah, I think so too. Can you also hear how the difference in the beginning is that all the notes, they go in arpeggios, in big intervals. Yeah, and here all the notes go, how? They're really, really close to each other. Yeah? And what happens when notes are really, really, really close to each other? Then it's like a melody, like a singing melody. Yeah? So in the beginning, everything is separate. And here everything is. What is it? It's more legato. Thank you. Yeah, smooth. Yeah, it's smooth. And what does that? What does that mean for your character compared to the beginning? The beginning is strong and forceful and loud. And this is. You had a really good word earlier. What was it? What did you say there?
Elegant.
Elegant. Yeah. What else? Calmer. Well, it could be calmer, yeah. But it's quite beautiful. It's like a singing thing, isn't it? It's supposed to be like a vocal thing. So can we try just one more go at that? Just directly from here? And just with the most beautiful lyrical sound that you can imagine. Yeah, bar. Down. The speed is at the beginning. Just to say, when you're practicing something, don't just get lost in the fingerings you're doing or the drawings you're doing. You need to ask yourself, how do you want it to sound? Yeah? And the best way to think about how you want it to sound, like by yourself, when there's nobody else there, just sing it to yourself, honestly. Because you have to have some idea about what you think the character is, how you think it goes, so that you can make decisions about where in the building you play, how loud or how quiet you play. Does that make sense? Thanks.
we've got a 15-minute break. There's snack boxes which have been really kindly for all the performers. I've got some chocolates as well. No one go, no one disappear, and take the time to speak to whatever you want to be called. Mikhail.
I'm sticking that one.
No, I learned in Russia only once in my life. I learned, I'm from Holland, Netherlands. No, it's fine. Я говорю по-русски, просто у меня родители из Союза. So I speak Russian, but not French. Why you don't have to be sorry? That's fine. I mean, my last name is... No, I do speak it. It's my first language. But I grew up somewhere else because my family moved away. And I studied with people from all sorts of countries. I mean, I studied in Holland, and I studied in England, and I had lots of lessons in America. And my teachers were an Irish teacher, a South African teacher, a Polish teacher, a French Israeli teacher. You know, I had from people. And I don't know. It almost doesn't matter. There's interesting people come from anywhere. But languages are great. Like when you learn Russian, you have access to such a unbelievable body of literature. Yeah, well, exactly. You can understand humor and things like that. It's really good. Love it. Well, how's your German?
Not good.
Not good? Nicht good, yeah? German's good. Do you want to... How old are you? So you're studying German?
Chocolates, biscuits, Haribo.
Russia anyways.
Come and talk. Oh my gosh, Jim, fancy chocolate. Come and meet everyone. Nuts just got into every college in the world.
So where did you... Oxford. Congratulations. So you're right next to it.
Would you like chocolates?
If you go to Oxford, maybe you can study music.
There's shortbread.
Where? It's like 2 6.
I have more biscuits.
What do you call it?
Oh, these are churros.
How do I articulate this?
Designed for... Well, I can't wait to leave. Are you going to play?
We already went to 7.
Someone just comment and she can tell me what it is.
No.
One does not simply finger.
Do you know who to play to? Do you know against people in Manchester?
letting the salute fall.
I'd have to have another look. It's been a while because I was there 50 years ago. Some of the things are the same, but some of the things are but I was also in this college, and I'm sure to tell you that
I'm drowning.
She is sick. It's not to the extent that she has to go. Oh yeah.
so just like, don't forget, this is something that the crowd will see. This time, just enjoy the fact that
That is what I call a gang
I want to ask, just for her, because she always has nerves, what would you do in front of them? Before applause. To calm down.
This is Tim.
This is Tim. This is
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis? What is wrong with you? No, I'm not even gonna make a joke here with you. No.
Could I also have yours?
I only have one. Share it with him.
Hi, Dad. 呢樣食鞋嘞咩？Probably say with and you need this.
Nu nej men det smells so.
Okie dokie! Nacha, have a seat, have a seat.
Mr. J, we have a lesson.
Okay! Aki, can you tell us all what's going on? Can you stand up just like, because we've got the concert tomorrow, we just pretend.
Good afternoon, we're Accent Quartet and today we'll be playing Palladio by Carl Jenkins.
Before you start, everyone put your food away. Don't eat and munch and rattle papers when people look. Just, that's it, food over. Under your chairs, put it away and...
I'm gonna walk in.
Put it under your seat. You noisy lot. Okay, so just wait for quiet in the room before you start, okay?
I don't know the answer. Anybody decided to look it up? Might be a good idea. If a piece has a title, some pieces are just called string quartet number something or other in that key. But when a piece has a title, it's probably worth having a look at. So I don't know what it means, but okay. Let's forget for a second about the title. How would you say character-wise about the piece? The beginning. Tense. Super tense, yeah? Really tense. And then what happens with that tension? What's the progress of the piece?
It builds and then.
It builds, yeah. Yeah, so tension is actually a really good expression at the beginning because that tension goes bigger and bigger and bigger. And how does he do that? It goes louder and louder, more and more notes, yeah?
The famous architect, that's all that comes up. Famous architect. Palladio, famous architect.
Famous architect? Oh, thank you. So, just a couple of things. Let's start with, there's a, you're starting this beginning all by yourself. What was the word you used?
Tense.
Tense. So how do we do tense for something like this? Yeah? So tension in something like when there's so few notes, yeah? There's like there's something uncomfortable about the articulation there. But you still have to have some kind of a hierarchy. You know what I mean by hierarchy? Okay, hierarchy means that you put things in an order of importance, yeah? So people in a hierarchy, for example, is like somebody's the boss, and then there's people underneath the boss, yeah? That sort of thing, that's a hierarchy. In notes, a hierarchy means that some notes are stronger than other notes. So what are the bottom notes that are stronger than yeah, what is the dynamic in the beginning?
Mezzo forte.
Mezzo forte, yeah, okay, that's fine then, yeah. Stronger, it was also a little longer than the top one. They don't all have to be the same number. Great. No, very good. Now, this top part. I already gave it away by how I play it, but it has a shape. We've been talking quite a lot about phrasing so far. So what is a good phrasing, you think, for, you have these two guys and they repeat, yeah? Essentially, yeah? So what is a good shape to describe it to me?
So you go up.
Yeah, for example, yeah? That's like a questioning thing. So a bit answering. Together from the beginning? Very good. Very good. Now, tell me, which notes which notes are the most important? The last one, the first four. Tell me, out of the four, out of the second group of four, which one? You think that last 16th note, semi-clear? No. It's probably going to be the one on the beat. Do you know what I mean? So, what am I doing? Can we do this slowly? Very good. Look what I'm doing here with my bow. See how much I'll come back to the beginning. I feel like I'm getting really articulation that I want here, in this part of the bow. Here, it's a little too fluffy. Because you are the main voice. And she's super, super articulate in the bass, so. You have to compete with that somehow, yeah? From the beginning? Exactly the same thing goes for you, of course. Yeah? Can you explain by yourself? Really good. Just the first 3 notes? Yeah. So what I was saying earlier to Aki. What was I exactly earlier? Articulation. So how do you get like if you are saying something important, yeah, in quartets or in any kind of music, you have to be more. It has to be really articulate, yeah. Because if you're going to be fluffy, that means that you have something that's, we want to hear it, but it's not like super important to hear what the syllables are. But you are playing between you. She's got the main voice, but you are doing the same rhythm as her. Yeah, so how do you do good articulation? Good articulation has everything to do with fingers in your right hand. Yeah? So you put your bow on the string. Really good. A little bit louder. Good. Yeah, so the articulation, we talk about in articulation about hard consonances and soft consonances. Yeah? So when you choose an articulation to play with, think of like letters. You see, for example, really hard articulations, yeah, really soft articulations, yeah. So and there's everything in between. K, t, d, l, m, n, v, w, yeah. Those are also the different kinds of sounds that you can make. So that's soft, but that's a harder. Yeah. So what does that feel like? Do you mind if I do one thing? Can you hold your viola up for a second? Just put down the first finger on the G and not the bow. Oh, not the bow. Yeah, sorry. Put your right arm down. Right arm down. You feel that? You feel that I'm pulling on the string a little bit? So can you very slowly play those for 4 notes? Very good. Can you start them up the way you're going to? Yeah. So the first one, grab the string with the hair of the bow. It's already better, but this one. Yeah, the last one particularly was very good. So when you're practicing this, practice. But you grab the string with your bow, every one of those notes. Yeah. Can we go from the beginning one time? So, yeah, let's just do that. good. Now, extra 2 notes. Really good. 6 notes. That's good. So when you have something that sounds a little bit weird, a little bit difficult like that, take a small bit, do it slowly, play it faster, play it even faster, play it in tempo, add a few more notes, slowly, faster, in tempo. You know how to build that sort of thing up? Okay? So just, I know it looks a bit difficult, messy, but that's the hard part. So just practice that first and then go around it, okay? So I'm not quite getting very much of the phrasing yet. So this if that we decided that that note was more important, how about a little bit more length? Remember we were talking with Zayan earlier about emphasizing things. So one more time from the beginning. This will be the last time. And actually, now that I'm hearing this more and more, I'm thinking maybe after the first 2 bars, maybe play a little bit quiet. Because actually it's a bit overpowering. So, you know, you can play these first 2 bars quite strong and then maybe go a little bit less. Your part goes twice as fast, but we already have another part, that's the constant part. So make sure I play the right note. This is the constant tonic, yeah? It goes all the way through. So if that is the constant, then you don't have to play long. So you don't have to be the one that fills that role. So you can play. You can have a more articulate role. Yeah? So can I hear just the 2 of you from the forte? Bar 7. And then this note, what do you think? Sorry?
Appreciate
I see.
getting louder.
It already starts like that. I don't think you have to get louder, but it has like a, it would almost be if you held it, it's like there's something really constant about it, yeah? La 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 la, yeah? Can you just try it? Yeah, that sounds a little tense, like you're scratching something. But actually, la la la. Yeah, that's nice. So maybe just a little more bow than we were doing before, yeah? Just 2 together. 1 and short. I think this is true for all strings, yeah? The closer you are to the heel, the smaller the string crossing becomes. Yeah? So exactly. Yeah? So much easier than playing that in the middle. Yeah. So everyone together from bar 7? She doesn't have a downbeat, yeah. So we could moment of the most tension. Yeah, you're basically holding this dominant, waiting for that to resolve into the next thing. Yeah. Before that, we have the same thing as the beginning. The beginning is a mezzo forte phrase repeated forte with more voices and octave up. And then here we have bar, which bar is this?
11.
Bar 11. Again, it goes quieter, and that's repeated also again in a more dramatic way. Yeah. So how do we make this difference from bar 10 to bar 11? And particularly for you guys, their part is actually quite easy to make a difference, and they're doing it quite well. But the two of you, can you play from bar 10 to bar 11? That sounds to me almost like exactly the same dynamic from one bar. Remember we were talking earlier about articulations? Yeah? And I'm making you play really quiet, like, or you are anyway, by yourself playing a really clear articulation in the beginning, and also you maybe if you're quiet, or we don't go anymore, we would go maybe da, maybe D's. Can you try that? So a little bit closer to the string. Yeah, and less bow. That's already better. And now, what else can we do? We have already used less bow, not so much articulation. A little bit less pressure. Really good. Now, both of you from bar 10. It needs to sound immediately quieter, yeah? Just you and me from bar 10. It still sounds quite loud, but it's already much better. Yeah? You're using quite a fast bow, but slower bow. Yeah. You can use this little bow. Doesn't have to be that quiet, but that's what's possible. Yeah? Okay, we'll get there. Then you guys. Can the two of you just play that together by 11? Count you in, yeah? 3, 4, and 1. Yeah, so the difficulty here is that because you don't have beats, yeah? The motor is coming from somewhere else, so you can be much more lyrical. You don't have to go. It sounds a little bit like you're working really hard to sort of play in time, but you can just feel inside. Feel the missing note inside, yeah? But don't play with energy. Does that make sense? Yeah? When the three of us play together, once? 1, 2, 4, 1. Yeah, really good, yeah. Leave all the beats, strings, and everything. Everyone together from bar 10? Ping. Oh. Bar 10. Yeah, just one loud bar and then you go to bar 11. Yeah? Could you read it? Describe to me bar 15 to bar 18. 15, 16, 17, 18. What happens there?
Build up. Is it like a long build up?
Like that?
Like a long build up.
A long build up, and what does that long build up consist of?
beats are getting faster and we're also getting louder.
Yes, exactly. But the music itself is 3 times the same thing. But you're absolutely right. The build-up of it is this acceleration of the notes. Yeah? But just be aware of that's the music. Yeah? Yeah? So yeah? So maybe the shape would be a hairpin going up and a hairpin coming down. But great 3 times. The first time is quite strong, second time even stronger, third time strongest. I can't remember what group you were doing earlier today. Yeah, if you're saying something 3 times, there's no reason to say it 3 times in the same tone of voice. Yeah? It's about saying it stronger each time.
Do you want to try that and then you could have
Yeah, last time tried it from. How about just a few extra words just from there, bar 11, and then one last thing. And when you get to the end of that, yeah, that's the height of the question. You enter bar T. There's a rest everyone has. And then T. That next note is the answer. That's the tonic again. That's D. Yeah. So T. Wherever you play that, that's the right moment, but not too early. Okay, bar 11.
I want to eat it. I want to eat it especially. Easier way of doing this. Come on, you come in aisle. I don't know my favorite.
See, I'll hold your crutches and then get like okay, grab my hand.
It's okay, I got it. Oh my god, so good. Why am I eating it?
She has to do like
ninja. Stop waiting, stop waiting. Okay.
where's my book?
Oh god. You would have to sit and reach his smile when you were leaving. How to eat now?
Yes. Does anyone tune?
I am kind of. Okay, I'm not
You're not.
This is your voice.
That's why I have to.
Hello. Can you two play your A strings at the same time? A?
Yeah. Why is it still changing?
One person give an A and one person take an
Hello.
A little bit higher. A little bit higher. Keep turning it. Keep turning it. There you go. That's good.
I have like nothing left.
Do you want me to?
It's okay, I'll do it
It's
later.
fine. It's fine now. Yeah, yeah.
Amelia, do you need help?
That's good. What are you guys playing?
Don't stand up.
Good afternoon. We are the Shrewsbury Quartet, and we will be playing Mendelssohn Quartet number 2 in A minor, the first movement.
Thank really great playing, beautiful, fantastic. So, I mean, it's a very substantial movement. You know? It's a big piece. It's very serious music, isn't it? You know, different minor pieces in a minor key have different complex characters of a negative thing. Yeah. So this particular type of music, we have to make a decision about it. One of the things about this, the fast bit, yeah, after this introduction, is that it's very notey. Yeah? It's also noticed that he writes lots of sforzandos and accents. Yeah? And those things combined, they can make it sound like it's very angry music. Yeah? I don't necessarily, in fact, I know that it's not angry music per se. And I think there's two things to be said. Just first of all, you know, A minor, this is a little boring history lesson, but I'm going to tell you anyway. A minor, quite a special key in chamber music. Because this piece is like 1820s, late 1820s, yeah? Before that, you have Beethoven and Haydn and Mozart. So that's basically the majority of string quartet writing. Lots of other composers wrote string quartets, but those are the most important ones, yeah? Beethoven wrote one quartet in A minor out of 16. Haydn wrote no quartets in A minor out of like 80. And Mozart wrote no music at all in A minor except one piano sonata and one rondo for piano. But no string quartets, no piano choice, no chamber music of Mozart's in A minor. Yeah? It's a very unusual key for this time. G minor, lots of G minor, lots of D minor. D minor has everything to do with death. Yeah, I mean, church music, there's a lot of D minor. G minor, we have already had some G minor today. It's very angry, quite an anguish and angry key. Yeah, often. Yeah, not always. F minor is the key that Haydn uses a lot. It also has very particular associations with Haydn. Sometimes a little bit formal and square. But this, A minor, is like a very romantic minor key. So Mendelssohn writes a lot of A minor. Schumann writes tons of A minor. Cello concerto, for example. Yeah? Lots of that. But Schumann's string quartet in A minor. Violin sonata in A minor. Brahms writes a lot. But this is a very heart on sleeve, super romantic. Oh, woe is me, everything is so terrible for me. That kind of A minor, it's pathetic. Yeah? It's all about, it's that kind of thing. And this tune that you have in the beginning, it's so self-obsessed and like, oh, you know what I mean? It's that kind of a minor key, don't you think? For that tune. So we have to somehow, everything else, they go, all these notes are like, it's that kind of a sensation. Yeah? But it's not necessarily always like that. And we also have to then make a decision about what can then all these accents and sforzandos mean. I can tell you one thing for certain. Accents and sforzandos never mean, as a rule, that you do a Bowsprit accent. Okay? It's a musical emphasis. Yeah? So it means that Mendelssohn says there's something about this note that's important. It's not physical instruction. It's a musical, it's a notation of grammar. Yeah? It has something to do with the harmony or the phrasing in the bar, but it doesn't mean bang. And the problem is that if you because there's so many, look at your page, there's endless sforzandos in a row, and if they all come out really strong, then it just sounds angry. And that's a problem. So we need to somehow fit the reading of the grammar of the music, how it's written on the page, needs to fit with the harmonic idea and the character that we think it might have, or that I'm telling you. Before we go into the fast section, can you play, Siri? Yes. Can you play for me the first 4 notes of these, and then after that, can you play for me these 4 notes? Yeah. So, what was that? Second?
Like repetition.
The repetition. It was the same melodic prima voce gesture. Yeah. The first time was low and warm and beautifully, nice mezzo forte. The second one was higher and softer. Yeah, it was more delicate. Yeah? Now, can everyone together play the first gesture of the piece, and then immediately afterwards play from the upbeat to bar 9, 8, 7, 6. See where you have the piano upbeat to bar 6? So I want to hear the very first gesture, and then immediately I want to hear that gesture.
Doesn't swell towards the D. So, oh, sorry, not the second note. The first.
Play it.
The like that note. So it doesn't swell towards that note, but instead.
Okay, that's a difference. What else is a difference? Her part is the same both times. Yeah, her notes are the same identical notes, but only in an octave. How about your notes? Can you play your part? For the first one, play your beginning gesture. Now play the other one.
They lead to a different harmony.
Yeah. What is the effect? Can you play again the very first gesture, and then just the system? Just play the first gesture. That chord, that last chord, what kind of chord is that? That's what? Tonic chord. So what's the feeling of that end of that?
Reassurance.
Yeah, it's satisfying, yeah? And you play it like that, it's really beautiful. Yeah? Now play the other one. Yeah, what's the feeling? Confusion, yeah, sure. What's the feeling to you? Any words?
It's like not the end.
It's, sorry?
Not the end.
Not the end, yes. It's not, there's no closure about it, right? So what does that tell us about what happens in this opening introduction? Because the beginning ends on a tonic. I'll give it away. Also ends on a tonic. Then we have, we have a repetition of the opening gesture, but now it doesn't end on a tonic. So we are actually losing our confidence in the repetition. Yeah. So beginning is tonics, 2 big tonic endings, lovely, nice, gorgeous. But then when you ask the question again, you're starting to doubt yourself. And then it goes on. And then we're already in the wrong key. We're going to D major. That's already F sharp minor. And then we're not getting, we'll give it away. We're not getting any more tonics. We're not getting any more A major. This phrase, this gesture. Does anybody know what that is? No. That is a direct quote from another piece of Mendelssohn. Okay? He quotes a song that he wrote when he was younger. And the words to that little gesture are, I think it's ist es wahr? Ist es wahr? Is it true? Yeah? And it's all about like whether or not this girl loves him back or something. Yeah? But anyway, I mean, and that's clearly what the whole piece is all about. That kind of the A minor anguish can only be about unrequited love or something like that, right? But so, is it true? And then this amazing note, yeah? That answer, maybe that dominant pedal, maybe not a perfect reason, a perfect point not to have those effects on there. Can we try that? Before we get to that, let's do it from the beginning one more time and see if we can get a real difference in those. The last note, the end of the sound, the phrase that you're making is controlled, and it ends like a T. You don't throw it up in here. Questions go up, statements go down, and they sit. Yeah? So the last note, your C sharp. Can you control the end of the note? Can you just play it by yourself? Yeah, so because what happens physically is that you go a little bit faster with the bow, and it makes it sound like you're saying the statement like this. Yeah? But it's the softest part. Then the statement sentence, the end of it is the gentlest part of the sentence. Yeah? Is the gentlest part of the sentence. Yeah? You know what I mean? Control the end of your notes on the string. Everyone together, just play. But in the moment that you're playing, you cannot play louder than the person playing with you. Then when you stop, you say, hey, it's quite hard for the three of us to make all the sound underneath you. Would you mind not being so quiet? Yeah? Okay? So but the beginning is fine, that's fine. Particularly here, you're a little quiet. The crescendo in bar 1, 2, 3, 4. This crescendo. If that crescendo wasn't there, shall we say, you might play. Yeah, it would be perfectly fine. But with a crescendo, it doesn't mean just get louder. Yeah, it means something to do with how you play the phrase. Maybe it's a little more excited. But not. It's not, just increasing decibels. Yeah, it's not about volume. It's about phrasing. Yeah? I promise this is the last time. Just one more time for me. Like this. You do have to play this. So this one has to be more. And then this does go to it's a tender. One time. already very good. Exaggerate it. Is it true? Yeah, in questions, as opposed to statements, the last syllable is the strongest and the longest. Up. You can do two if you just divide the first line in the cello plays. Match her last note. What was it? Nice. You came away a little bit too soon, but very good. Yeah. Everyone together from this moment? This is the upbeat to bar. What's he? 14.
Oh.
Whatever.
13 for you guys, I think.
Tell me, what is a possible reason that he writes sforzando there and there and there and there and all this and something? What could be a reason?
Like crescendo towards the end of the group.
I mean, even if there was nothing written there except the notes, you would probably already do that, right? Because the music does that agitating thing, right? So, something to know about music from this time, yeah, is that if you are, let's say you're a violinist, it's 1827 or something, and you see this piece for the first time in your life, yeah, and you're used to playing music the way that you're used to playing music, and you see some notes on the slur, you might go, yeah, but Mendelssohn goes, yes, but the last note is also important, yeah. But so he writes sforzando on the last note. The last note is important. He doesn't want you to go. You might accidentally play it like that if you're a violinist in 1827. So, yeah, those notes we want to hear them, but it doesn't mean. Yeah, it's not that. Okay? Yeah? So this chord, those last few bars of the subtraction are beautiful, and this chord. Can we just play that downbeat chord of the Allegro vivace? Sorry, I'll leave it. Okay? Is it 110?
Yeah.
Okay? So. So the key is to find exactly the right weight for the bow speed that you want to use. So let's try not too fast in the bow. And quite around. Yeah, can the two of you go together and just very easy, nice round strokes, I'll join you, and we'll do them over and over again. And see, you can get rid of the scratch happens when there is not the right weight and bow speed combination. So if the weight is too heavy and the bow speed is too slow, then it goes, yeah? So one of them needs to change. Excuse me. Yeah, keep doing that in circles. Here. It needs a little bit of work, but practice by yourself. Chords, yeah. Chords is all about. It's all about finding the right weight and the right bow speed. Okay. In the balance of the chord, the most important balance is the beat. Yeah. can you get to that note soon and play the longest? Everyone together from the Allegro and Dolce? Okay, so I'm seeing lots of bar. Yeah, well, that's stuff. But can we try it maybe like imagine Mendelssohn writing this behind the piano, and he divides it between 4 parts. But do you guys play the piano? Yeah, I don't. I'm terrible. I wish I did. And it gets louder and louder, but it happens like that. It's not taka 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 taka. Yeah, it's not an impulse anymore. So to practice it, can we? Do you mind if I just leave it once? Is that okay? You stay.
She can't walk.
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't going to tell her. We're going to do it a little bit under tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, again. So slow build up. Yes, that sort of thing. So let's start with really little low. This much lower, not the first 3 notes. Yeah, good. A little bit faster. Yes. Is that close enough? Thank you. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do one slowly with you as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you still have a little bit of problem that you go very fast on those songs. Okay? Just the music play by yourself. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Fast, but with the same bow speed. Yeah, and with the crescendo. Yeah, everyone together from the Allegro. So that moment is quite important, yeah? You know this arpeggio that she has at the end of, we all play the big notes together. That's a E major arpeggio, which is the dominant. Yeah, the implication is that your third note, the downbeat, tam ta ti on is the A minor, yeah? So yeah, so let's just play that really the chorus, I think is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, can we go just directly from the fortissimo? 424? Yeah, yum, tati, So I don't think you need so much bow for that. How about you start here? Yum tata, yeah? So if you think you don't have to sing it with me, I'm singing it on your behalf. Yum tata, yeah? That's sort of the syllables I would choose for it. Yeah. So maybe your bow is a little too slow. It goes yum. Yum means a little faster.
It's her brother.
Is it? Totally opposite. Good, yeah. Because if you start here and you're traveling a lot, but it's sort of, it sounds, it does not quite, it's kind of, they have to be able to copy. Yum, tati, so. Yeah, very good. Even a little faster on the first note. Let's do this. That's better. Yum, tata. Yeah, maybe I will ask you to say. Yum, tata.
Yum, tata.
Yes, exactly. Very good. Very good. Okay. Just directly from there, and everybody join in. Each and every one of them is so, the word is pathetic. It's so, I mean, it's just dripping with sadness, isn't it? So you're you're playing very beautifully, making my sound, you're making a long phrase by hearing but it sounds so beautiful, I don't hear the weeping in it. Do you know what I mean? So how do you do that? Yeah, it's all about bow speed. So do you know what I mean? Last time from the old moment, and then when you guys get to 32, not but you're allowed to use any tool you want to express the importance of those notes, except bow speed. Yeah? No fast bows. Sorry?
Finish off. So you play this last bit.
Yeah. So just one more time from the other one, and that's it. Very similar, yeah, and then you just hear a lot of the same manipulation. So be careful of that. You know, use anything else. Beautiful.
Thank you to all of you for all the preparation that you've done. We've got a big concert tomorrow. You all were brilliant. I've never seen you in this situation before. Thank you for sitting for 3 hours, learning, absorbing it all. I thought all of you got better I thought all of you absorbed so much information. It was amazing to see you all in this incredible environment, which I hope starts a long tradition of masterclasses like this, because you react very, very well to them. I thought you improved amazingly. Can we just have the biggest thank you for one of the most interesting musicians that we have on the planet, and there is nothing that he hasn't done musically. And if there's anything you want to ask him, should we just have some questions now? Does anyone have anything burning that they want to ask somebody like Mikhail? You can ask anything about anything. Yes, we've got a question.
What do you do with like cold hands? Like how do you like?
Yeah.
We were just talking about. What were we talking?
Nature, I think it's nature. Yes.
Anyway, cold hands, you mean when you're nervous or?
No, like just like
Right now.
here, it's really, really cold. So like.
They don't live in England.
I know the thing is, I don't normally have a problem with cold hands, but I can't really help it. But you know, before you go on stage, you think about how you feel. Yeah, and before you have to play, before you go into the lesson, you have cold hands, you just run them under one tap.
That is actually true. Running hands under a warm tap is the equivalent of doing like a 2-hour warm-up. It really is. I spoke at great length to someone about this. If you don't have time to practice, get a hot tap and substantial amount of time with your fingers, your knuckles underneath hot water, and it makes everything really supple. Hot tap before recital ball.
There's no hot tap in Thailand.
Yeah, question.
One of my friends, he bought like these thingies off like a Lazada or something, and then when you shake them, it like warms up your hand.
Will everyone get one of them then? Thank you. Next question is that there must be something else. It can be about anything. Yes.
How long have you been with your quartet?
My quartet, I've been with them for 14 years, something like that. But before that, I was in a quartet in college. When I left college, I went straight into that quartet. But before that, I was in a quartet for 5 years. And during that time, I was also in a piano trio for 10 years. So as you go for a career in music, you end up playing with a variety of groups for different lengths of time. Some people play in one group for 40, 50 years. Some people play in lots of groups for only a few years at a time. It can't be anything. And none of them are worse or better than others. And actually, I know you guys thought it sounded impressive that I played in a quartet for 40 years, but it doesn't mean anything by itself how long you play in a group. Because the only thing that really matters is, the moment you create in that one concert. You can be, the best thing you have ever done could be with people you've just met at a festival, and you play with them for the first time, and that could just be something really magical and special. And the only thing that matters is like what you're creating.
He leads a lot of, most of the ensembles in London. He's at one time either played with or led, and not just in London, all over the world. So all your questions could be orchestra related, orchestra solo, or chamber music related.
What do you like when you play like your friends who play with the quartet with you, since you're away, what do they do, or do you just do nothing?
That's a great question. Well, that's like, everyone in my quartet and me, we all do lots of different things. So the cellist in my quartet is actually, besides the fact he does a lot of continuo playing, so it's Baroque music. He does a lot of early music stuff where he's accompanying things, playing bass lines, continuo bass lines. Do you know about that a little bit, Baroque music? Plays with a lot of different period performance bands. He also plays gamba, which is, do you guys know what viols are? You hold the bow like this, different instruments, flat backs, lots of strings. He plays one of those. They all have different interests. They all play lots of different styles of music, so they go into different things. They don't wait around for me when I go away.
So, how do you manage all these different projects? Like, how do you manage like practicing and compartmentalizing everything?
Well, good question, especially in this school.
Well,
not so well.
I think what happens as you gain more experience doing lots of different things at the same time, is you learn, first of all, I mean, the main thing you learn is how you react to those things and how you learn this. So the time frames for particular things that you have to learn, you learn about yourself when the best time, and you learn by making lots of mistakes. Yeah? But you have to try something. So I know if I know I have a really busy period and I'm playing, like earlier this year, there was a 3-month period where I played with, I don't know, like 12 different groups, and there was a variety of projects and recordings and all sorts of different instruments and different pitches and everything. And I have to look at each individual project and see, do I know the music already? If I don't know the music, is it music that I think I'm quite familiar with and I'll learn easily? So you do look at everything immediately, just to see how it relates to you. And then you go, oh, that feels really unfamiliar. I'm going to have to start with that earlier, and then work over a slow period of time towards it to familiarize myself with. And other things I look at and go like, I know this really well, I'm confident I can do a good job, and I leave that much later, as you might with homework, right? I mean, there's a subject, there's something you feel that is so much a part of you, like, this is easy for me, I understand it, I just need to learn it before I go in. Yeah. And then there's things like, this is complicated and complex, and I want to do a really good job of it, and it's important to me, but I don't really have familiarity with it. So I start with it beforehand, I listen to it a lot. My Spotify is, I'm just constantly listening to things that, actually most of the time things I have to play, but also a lot of other things all the time. You need to try to build some kind of an idea of how to, the language of the music that I have to prepare and play. Is that the right sort of answer?
Yeah. Thank you.
Anything else?
So when you're practicing at home individually and there's nobody there to like check or give you advice, how would you make your, if you already know how to play the piece, how would you improve it at home?
Oh, because there's knowing how I want it to go and being able to do it, right? That's the difference, right? The practice at home. Practice consists of two different things. It consists of building an idea of how you think it goes. Yeah, that's what interpreting means. Yeah, we are all interpreters, right? So we read a script and we go, I think the author meant this, so I'm going to I want to pronounce it like this. How do I do that, right? The first step is, how do I think it goes? How do I pronounce it? The second step is, what is the physical act of doing it? And the physical act of doing it is complicated, Playing the violin is hard. Even making like an ordinary sound is like, you might have an idea in your head of what the sound is like, but it's hard. And then you have to figure out all the stuff, you have teachers like, Miss Coward, and they can help you with that sort of thing. But the main thing is that, you have to start, like, the starting point of having an idea of what it goes like, it has to be there to start with, otherwise the practice kind of goes into nothing, There's no real, like, we were talking about preparation. Like, it's so, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just, what's the word? Inefficient. It's really inefficient to practice when you are practicing aimlessly, when you're just like going through the notes. But if you practice with purpose, if it's towards an ideal, even if it's wrong, you can change your mind later in the future. But you have to start with a concept of what it sounds like, what you're doing, what you want to achieve with the things that you're learning, right? Does that make sense? Like, think of, we're always compared to athletes, and I hate it, I think there's very little in common. But one thing that we do have in common is that an athlete has a very specific purpose, right? He's like, the high jumper is like, I have to get over that bar. Basketball, you keep doing the basketball thing, absolutely, So, a great basketball player knows exactly what he needs to do. He needs to have practice a shot with the fastest possible release that has the fewest moving parts, right? all that sort of thing. So it's so clear to him what the end result needs to look like and feel like. That's exactly what he works on. But if it was just like, if you're sort of aimlessly standing on the court shooting all over the place, then you're not really doing anything. Same with music, I think. Anything else?
Yeah. Pianist.
Oh, hello.
What are some important things to do if you were to pursue a musical career?
If you were sorry?
To pursue a musical career.
Important things to do.
Yeah, like pieces of advice.
Practice. Yeah, sorry.
You know, I've got to say one thing about music as a career. I think I would first of all tell you to try not to think of it too much as a career. Because what we do is we're artists, right? And you have to be, and as a career, if you took music, being a musician as a career, I can tell you already, sorry to tell you, as a career itself, it's not so great. Yeah? Because if what you're looking for, because a career is all about how much time do I put in, what kind of a life can I lead because of it, you know, how much money do I get out of it, that sort of thing. You know, those things are really about. Being a musician for a career is about being an artist. So you focus about like your passion for the music, and that has to be at the top of it because that's the only real thing that matters now. You have to be crazy about the music and just absorb it and go to every concert, listen to every recording, and practice your butt off. You know, like the pieces that you're playing, care about them. Like, you know, it has to be important to you, and do everything you can to make it sound the way that you think it goes. And understand that those pieces of music are important. You know, what's the value of it? And if you're focusing on that, then all that other stuff, the career aspect of it, it will become obvious. Because people will notice that you do that. And a lot of things about art, a lot of things about being a performer, being an artist, is actually what people end up giving you. You know, you can ask for things. You can say, I'm a pianist and I want to play here and here and here and here. But somebody has to say, I'm inviting you to come and play here and here and here. You know? And the best thing to do is to be the most magnificent artist version of yourself, so that everybody else sees that, and then you get opportunities, and that makes a career. A career is a result, is I guess what I'm trying to say, of your expression for your passion for music. But if you try to build a career, it can work sometimes, it can not work sometimes, it'll be frustrating. But you think about the music itself more than anything. That will never be frustrating because it's the best part of what we do.
That is all